There's a difference, though, between being proud of something that you're bringing into the world, something that you're doing, the effort that you're making with the work that you're doing, and being arrogant. It is energy. Hi, welcome to this live solo chat where I want to dive into something that comes up in conversations that I have with women who are going into their soul work and getting started in reaching out to new clients, putting their offerings together, wanting to really increase their reach and connection with people. And there's something that sometimes can stop them, regardless of their experience, the letters behind their name, all of that. And that is confidence. And I wanted to talk today about one thing that you can do to boost your confidence and to, as a result, boost the results that you're getting in connecting with people and reaching out with the work that you're doing. And it's this: being proud of yourself. Let me go deeper on this. I will say, growing up, maybe you felt this way. I know I often felt this way. There was this idea of sometimes we wanted maybe our parents or elders in our life to be proud of us, and it felt good. Or we maybe wanted a teacher to be proud of us. But being proud of ourselves was maybe not something that was really highlighted. If anything, I was taught, don't be too proud of yourself. Come on now, be modest. And so this caused me, and I don't know about you, I'm really interested to hear how you're landing with this. Did you ever look at the things that you were doing in your life and downplay them and say, oh, no, it was nothing. Or, oh, I didn't do it as well as this. Or if someone gave you a compliment, maybe you would just kind of toss it off and, well, this outfit I've had this outfit forever. Like it's very insidious and seeps into many other areas of our life, right? So this idea of maybe being proud of yourself is something that's wrong, or something that's too high on yourself, or it's not modest enough. There's a difference, though, between being proud of something that you're bringing into the world, something that you're doing, the effort that you're making with the work that you're doing, and being arrogant. Right? We know the tone. There's the tone of, yeah, I'm awesome. And then there's the tone of, I'm really proud of what we've put together. Like, just feel the energy from just hearing that, or if you're watching this, seeing that. It is energy. And so when you are putting together new offerings, you're reaching out into the world to work with new people, to try new things, to reach for a new goal. Maybe you have some kind of goal with your physical life, your creative life, your relationship life that you really want to go after. And you slow yourself down a little bit because of the energy. The energy of, well, I really want this, but we'll see what happens. There's an energetic component to that as well. And sometimes it's the whole idea of speaking out what we want to achieve, doing it in a way that doesn't sound arrogant. We don't want to be slimy and sleazy, in what we're sharing with the world and how we're being portrayed. All of us come from lineages that were tribal, you wanted to stay in the group, stay with your kin. And so standing out, speaking out could feel dangerous, because how can one person survive on their own? We've seen movies about these things. Someone out alone in the wilderness, it doesn't end well. We need each other. And so it's kind of baked into our DNA to want to not stand out too much and to not speak too much about what it is that we're doing. And at least when we do, to not sound like we think we're amazing. But the truth is this: how often do you look around yourself at other people doing really cool things and you think to yourself, they are so cool. Look what they're doing. How awesome is that? You know what? You're awesome too. I just want to tell you right now, whatever it is that you are doing, the way you're showing up in your life, You're the only one who can show up that way. You are amazing. You truly, truly, truly are a miracle because there's only one of you. And you're still here because there's a reason for that. There's something left for you to step into, to do, to uplift, to reach out with, to create. I wonder what it is. Do you know what it is? Many people I talk to when I have this conversation, they know. It's been something in that still small voice within them that has been saying, psst, you need to do this. So remember that. Remember that. It's your work. And the way you share your messages about what you do really does matter. Not only by how it's portrayed to others, but what you're feeling about what you can do yourself. Because the amount of time we spend out in front of others, sharing our work or our message and connecting, like for instance, I'll be here, this will be maybe 15, 20 minutes where I'm talking to you. Then I've got another 23 3/4 hours by myself, or at least in my head. Maybe there's other people around, but I'm talking to myself. What am I saying to myself? What are you saying to yourself? Are you telling yourself, this is great. You're doing really good things. You're amazing. Do you talk to yourself that way? For a lot of years, I certainly didn't. And a lot of times I still certainly don't, right? It's something, like I said, it's a practice to get into of speaking kindly with yourself. And it's something that is a lifelong journey because we're not only hearing the things we're saying about ourselves to ourselves, we're hearing other people talk about themselves to us. You know, when you ask them, how are you doing? What's new? And they might tell you some details. And then they'll tell you some reasons why things aren't going well. And they feel really badly because, I missed the gym today. I can't ever seem to eat the right foods. I meant to do this thing, but I didn't do it. I tend to be late all the time. Like the dialogue comes and hey, we're human, right? We're going to have these conversations. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with any of us. It's totally natural. But as soon as you become aware of the things that you're saying, the words that you're speaking to yourself and to others, it's like a light bulb goes off because it's so true that your words create your future. The words you say to yourself, the words you read, the words you're witnessing when you're hearing other people speak, the music you listen to, the lyrics, right? TV, movies, all the things. It's being programmed into our mind. So, of course, we want to be really protective of what we're allowing in while we are being a part of this beautiful global ecosystem. And we can't shut ourselves off to what's going on around the world. But we do need to make sure we're very vigilant about what words we're allowing in to really seep in terms of informing us who we are. And so one way, this is the one way I was talking about at the top of this conversation. One way you can really get on top of this and make some strides forward in having the energy of, hey, let's connect, is how you're talking to yourself. And so you can say to yourself things like, I'm so proud of myself. And you can say it genuinely. When you do one little thing that you set out to do and you accomplish something, you check something off on a list, start practicing it. Start with those things that you do effortlessly, whether it's in your work or your personal life, something that you do and you're like, oh, good for me. Like I went and I took my walk around the block. Check. I'm proud of myself. When you start talking to yourself in that way, it starts retraining your mind to start looking at other things you're doing right. And not only that, it trains you to start looking at what other people are doing right. Because our brains like to be right, because our brains want to protect ourselves. And so often it's easier to focus on the things that are not going well because there's a lot in the world that's not going well, right? Like that's the world we live in. And so we very often can hyper focus on the things that aren't working well. And we can look anywhere to show us why, hey, it's a bad day. And this is why. And there are many reasons. When you start looking at the good things, like why you're proud of what you've just accomplished, why you feel good. I feel so good that I did this thing or that I had this thought, right? I did a little stretch before bed last night. And as you're putting your head on the pillow, I did something good for my body today. Or you see somebody doing something in your world, your child, your parent, your friend, and you tell them, hey, I'm really excited for you. And it's so fun to witness you achieving this thing. And you're building them up. You can say, I'm so happy that I was able to share that with them, because who does not want encouragement? We all do. And we need to start by giving it to ourselves, because the more you do that, the more it overflows to others. And I'm speaking from experience, because a lot of my younger life, I was a very, very shy kid, believe it or not. And the things that would spin around in my mind would be things that were not kind words. And it made me want to just curl up into a ball and just kind of be quiet and off on my own. And then fortunately, I was able to surround myself with people who were different than that. And they actually started to look at joyful things and happy things and things that were working. And you know what? The beautiful thing about that was I started to think more happy thoughts and joyous thoughts. And then when tough stuff happened, when sad things happened, right? If we're alive for any period of time, there's going to be some sad things we experience. When those things happened, I was better equipped to be able to walk through like a grief journey or a sorrow journey with somebody, because I knew that there was the joy and the sorrow always at the same time, at least somewhere in my life and in their life. So I invite you to think about that. How are you talking to yourself? And what are some things you could start saying to yourself on a regular basis throughout your day to lift yourself up? Because when you do that, you start to feel better. Your energy rises. You start to do those things that are going to help you move towards your goals. And you're going to attract other people into your world who love that energy and who want more of that too. And so there's that ripple effect. I'm not saying that it's like you do this and automatically all of the customers you want are going to come into your business immediately and everything happens like that. But I will tell you, you're going to be making a difference. And isn't that what this is about, this life we're living? It's not just about us getting what we want. I really, really believe it is about service, serving others, and serving in a way of using your inherent gifts to bless the world in your own corner of the world. That's what I believe we're here for. You may believe something different, but that's what I believe. I would love to hear, actually, what are your thoughts? How do you handle the way you speak to yourself? I will say, just be kind. Be kind to yourself. Think of some things that you can say to yourself. That first one, I'm so proud of myself. It just feels really good. It's like you are parenting yourself, your younger self, that maybe has never really heard that. Like, has anyone ever told you that they're proud of you? I was really, really fortunate to be raised with parents who did. And boy, I miss them. I think it's even as an adult, they would say it. And I'm really grateful I get to be a parent to tell my kiddos and my husband that I'm proud of them. And I tell myself. So there are other things you can say as well, like, you've got this. That's another thing that you can say to yourself when you're doing something that's hard. We have a lot of tabs open in our minds. We're trying to accomplish a lot throughout each day. And so sometimes you need to just take a pause, take a breath, remember that you're still here, you're okay in this moment, and tell yourself you've got this. You can do this. And if you need to, you can also say to yourself, I can get help. I am supported. There's so many beautiful things that you can say. And guess what? They are true. Sometimes it may take a little looking to find that support. Sometimes it may take a little digging to feel proud of yourself. But I promise you, when you start doing it, so many beautiful things open up for you. And there's like a lightness that comes. You start to get excited about your days. And even when a new challenge comes your way, you can start to be looking at it like, okay, how am I feeling about this challenge? What could I start saying to myself to support myself through going to achieve it? And more importantly, who? Who could I spend some time with to also give me that support? And who can I support? It's really symbiotic. That's what I love about the Seasons Collective. All of these things are conversations that can be had on repeat. But when you get with other people who are wanting to achieve beautiful things, it's so powerful. And the Seasons Collective is a place where you can come together, people who are wanting to build something beautiful in a way that feels good, that doesn't burn you out, and in a way that really is supporting the collective, supporting collaboration, supporting sisterhood. Because I really believe the better we all do, the better everyone around us does. So more of that, please. I so appreciate you listening. I hope you really enjoy this week. And as we're moving through this, I keep talking about it, the busy time of the year, enjoy, pause, take moments to look around at what brings you joy, what you're proud of, what you're happy about, what you're excited about. Because all those other things that are the opposite of that, they're very easy to find. It takes extra effort and intention to put our focus on what is possible. And I want you to know that you are so worthy of good things. So thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you on another episode. Please share your thoughts below this video. You can also go to Apple Podcasts and leave me a review and maybe share some thoughts about some takeaways you got from this episode. I would love to see. I'm wishing you the very, very best. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Big blessings.